What's up, Saints?
I'm Hyatt.
And I'm Jacob.
And this is SFHS Today.
Hey Saints, hope everyone had a fantastic Martin Luther King Day. Here is a timeline of events in remembrance of his legacy. But with that, enjoy the show.
In national news this week, I implore you to listen, because this time it actually does pertain to you. As I'm sure you've heard, TikTok is going through a quote-unquote ban. It's really not that simple though. Lawyers that represent the company ByteDance, the owners of TikTok, appealed to the Supreme Court on Sunday. The time this being filmed, the case was still being presented, but regardless of the outcome, it's really not as drastic as people like to believe. If TikTok is to be banned, it only means it will be removed from the App Store, preventing people from downloading the app in the future, and that it won't receive any more updates, over time making the app glitchy and ultimately obsolete. It will, however, last quite a while post-ban, if it is to be banned.
In school news, the theater team is putting on the One Act Show. This week, Tabby, Maddox, Haley, Aram, and Rosette went out to bring you the scoop.
And here ends your ticket.
Thank you so much. Now let's find out what the One Act is about.
So the show we're doing this year is called The Price by Don Zelitis. It is based on the Hans Christian Andersen story, A Tale of a Mother. And basically what the story is there's this young mother who has a child, and in the middle of the night, death comes and takes her child from her house. And she goes on this big journey to get her child back, and she meets all these different entities in the woods. And each one of them says, "Oh, I know where death went, but to tell you, you need to give me something in return. There's a price," which is where the name comes from.
What influenced you to direct for the high school?
Definitely Mo. She, after I graduated, sent me a text and said, "Hey, would you want to direct One Act this year?" Because she had an amazing opportunity to direct at Bethel University, and unfortunately would not be able to direct One Act for the high school. So since I had really loved it in high school and was really like the stage manager, the main person in One Act throughout those years, she thought I was the best person to ask. And I said yes, and now I'm here.
I play the Thornbush and I play part of the ensemble. For the Thornbush specifically, I have to act as if I was like shivering and cold, and then I have to grow beautifully.
So I'm an ensemble member, and then I'm also the daughter.
I'm part of the ensemble, and I'm fur tree number 2. It's actually been really, really fun. It's probably like my favorite cast I've been with like ever.
I love One Act. The community is just awesome, and people are so nice in it. And I just have a great time every day at rehearsal. It's pretty awesome.
Just made a lot of new friends, especially with like kids that are out in my grade.
It's been a good experience. I made tons of new friends, like Layton.
I don't like you.
I made tons of semi-friends.
It's been really nice. It's my first time doing One Act, and it's like been a new learning experience for me, but the cast is really cool, and I've been enjoying the things that we've been doing.
Wow, that performance was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. I loved it.
That's all we have for you today, Stace. Now let's send it back to me.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, have you ever seen Squid Games at all?
I know it's really popular and all, but no, I actually haven't. Why do you ask?
Well, this week, Logan, Riley, and Andrew are cooking up a little parody for us. If you're interested, here's a sneak peek for you.
Welcome to the Saints Games. Over the next 4 episodes, we will each participating in 4 games. If you are interested in participating, scan the QR code. Game number 1, Tug of War. Game number 2, Dakchi. Game number 3, 3 blind mice. We'll throw quarters in the ground and you'll have to find them. Game 4, the balloon game. You'll find out more at the end of the show.
If they let me sign up, best believe I'm gonna be there.
Oh yeah, baby. And on the topic of TV shows, for this week's trivia, I'm gonna ask you, in the year of 2024, what was the most streamed TV show?
Is it A, Bridgerton, B, Suits, C, Avatar: The Last Airbender, or D, Cocomelon?
Drumroll please. The answer is A, Bridgerton, with over 1.3 billion hours of streams, absolutely crushed the second place Suits, which had 880 million hours. But with that,
we'll send it over to sports.
What's good, Saints? I'm Will.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Sports. In national sports news, the Minnesota Vikings played the LA Rams last Monday. The game was supposed to be hosted by the Rams in their home stadium because they earned that right by winning the division with a record of 10-7. But the treacherous California wildfires forced the NFL to move the game to Arizona in a neutral environment. That still couldn't help the Vikes. The Rams won an upset 27-9.
Anyway, the boys basketball team broke their 8-game losing streak by beating Chicago with a score of 83-57 behind Connor Peterson's 35-point performance, making him this week's Athlete of the Week.
Through your commitment process to Bethel.
Yeah, they started scouting me when I was playing in AAU basketball for Crossfire, and after one of my games, they came up and reached out to me and was talking to me, and then I got their number, and then we texted a little bit and we're talking, and then they started coming to more of my games, and after that, I went on a visit to Bethel, and then I committed when I was on my visit.
What is it like having Connor as a teammate?
We like having Connor as a teammate. He pushes us to get better at practice and comes and brings good energy every day.
It's great. He always brings the energy and pushes us to compete. He really likes to keep us positive and encourages us, and we kind of look up to him because obviously he scores a lot and he's a really good player. So when we see him doing good, it makes us want to do better and play good.
Not having Connor on the team is gonna change a lot for us because he's leading scorer, and we just can go to him when we need a bucket. So we're going to have to play faster next year and just work together more to score.
With the chemistry that you and Connor have, how does that kind of translate to in-game?
Well, we hang out a lot. And, I don't know, we have a pretty good bond, I'd say. But, yeah, I don't know, we just seem to play better with each other.
What has been the key to your scoring success this season?
Definitely my ability to get to the rim and finish over people that can't block my shot.
Well, one of the things Connor's really unique about is finishing in a lot of different ways. He's pretty good at from the outside, been pretty good off the dribble. He's got a really solid mid-range game, and then he's also, at 6'6", has the ability to take guys down on the block, which makes him pretty multi-dimensional, which is tough to guard.
What are your goals for the rest of the season, both individually and for the team?
I'd say individually is for myself to get to 1,000 points, and as a team, definitely to improve our record and just involve my teammates.
He's done a really good job the last few games of trying to get his teammates involved. That's one of the things we've emphasized. We've also emphasized rebounding with him, especially in practice, just having that high motor. His rebounding is all about effort, and that's one of the things that he's been really effective at these last couple games.
What part of your game do you feel has improved the most over the past year?
Definitely my ability to get to the rim and then kick it out when the opponents crash in and double me.
And he's been really good about being one of our returning players this year, about kind of mentoring younger guys, showing with his effort and practice what it takes to compete at this level, and he continues to do that hopefully for us for the rest of the season as well.
And speaking of high point performances, in this week's trivia we ask you, who holds a single game scoring record in St. Francis history?
Is it A, Robbie Whitney, B, Matthew Norton, C, LeBron James, or D, Matthew Bothan? Drum roll, please. It's D, Matthew Bothan. Breaking the record in 2023 versus Pine City, he dropped a whopping 46 points.
And with that, that's all we have for you this week, Saints.
Now back to Maine.
Thanks, boys.
In worldwide news, 2024 was marked as the warmest year on record in human history, topping the record set last year in 2023. Scientists have attributed the rising temperatures to many of the drastic events last year and even so far this year. Between India's deadly heat waves and hurricanes on the Gulf Coast, even now with the Los Angeles fires, which are continuing to grow due to the dry and hot environment, the last couple years have all landed themselves in the top 10 warmest years, and looking at the trend, it only seems to be getting worse from here.
I mean, that's just something you don't want to hear.
It's not what you want to hear.
But on a totally different note, Nola, Trinity, Rachel, and Jossie went out to bring you this week's
RQT. It's the random question thing. Ding.
My phone.
Probably my family because they're my biggest supporters.
Oh, it's probably my music or theater. Theater is something I do almost every single day, and it's my biggest hobby, and I'm happy I still get to do it.
Probably my phone.
My phone and Jesus Christ.
Books.
My football jersey.
Probably like Monster or caffeine because it gets me through the school day.
Because I think they are a great form of entertainment. They're part of my job, and I think I can learn a lot of life lessons from them.
Because I'm literally addicted.
Because it's addicting. Very addicting.
My dog because he's like my best friend and I've had him since he was not even born.
My phone because it keeps me occupied and because God's my Lord and Savior.
Because that's the only thing I do.
My cat, Nala, because I have attachment issues. My family. They make me, you know, proud, and they tell me who I am, and they make me feel special all the time.
Get in your pose.
Thanks, guys. But with that,
We will see you next week. Stay safe, Saints.